Hello and welcome back to Phil's Salvage Rebuilds. So before we get onto the C220 Estate, a few of you have been asking about the Mini Soho, and that sold I think just over a week ago. It sold to a friend of a friend, someone who's managed to secure contracts with the NHS, helping with the coronavirus situation. So I let it go cheap. I just made I think £200 on it. It went for £2,750 in the end. So not bothered, like I said, made a bit of money. It's gone, it's out of our way, and it made room for the two Mercs. So that's for you guys that have been asking about the Mini. So we'll get on to the Merc now. So I did do a few bits and pieces the other morning, off camera. So I'm just going to run through them bits and pieces first now, and then I'll tell you the plan for today. Okay, so yesterday, or the other day, I wanted to go and pick up the bonnet, the new bonnet, which I'll show you in a minute. And at the last minute I realised the guy had some seatbelts for sale. Seatbelts out of an older pre-facelift estate. So the morning I was due to go and get the bonnet, I came over here quickly and I just removed one rear seatbelt and the driver's front and took them with me just to see if they were the same with them being a pre-facelift. It turned out the rears were exactly the same, but the fronts are different. So I bought the two rears off him, and we've got them then for today, and we can put them in. I also had a bit of a look at the radiator, because I did mention at the end of the last video it looked like we had a leak. So I got it off, and I noticed this top corner, the end cap had come away. Only a tiny bit from the radiator, but the little tabs had bent round and you could twist the end cap and it moved, it come away from the radiator. So in there all there is a rubber seal, and them tabs hold the end cap on and stop any leaks. So when the car wasn't running it was fine, there were no leaks. Once you got it up to temperature and the system was pressurised, it was just pushing away this end cap a little bit and leaking. So I've bent the tabs back over. That end cap doesn't move at all now, so I'm pretty sure that's going to have solved that problem and we don't need to buy an end cap. I then got the heat gun out and thought I'd have a play with this bumper, and as you can see from the original damage, all the corner has come back out and back into shape, which is pretty much perfect. Tiny little dent there, but a bit of filler, but it does look like it's had filler in the past. I also managed to get a bit of a crack almost back together, and that is now the only damage really. So I'm going to wait for my hot staple gun to turn up, and we're going to repair that bumper. I don't see the point in replacing it. There's very little damage on it. There's a bit of work to do on the back. This lot all needs to be bonded back in. Other than that, it's pretty good, so that saved us a bit of money. So this is the bonnet that I went and collected. It's a genuine aluminium bonnet, and it is in the right colour as well. So I was doing some research the other day on the internet, obviously looking at all the bonnets for sale, and these bonnets 99% of the time come with this plaque on. But I couldn't really find any reference to anyone talking about it on the internet and what it was. And it turns out it's like a spec list of the vehicle. So it tells you the options the car's got and, critically, the colour of the car. Now I don't know what they all mean, but the fourth series of numbers from left to right at the top, 792, that's the number, that's the colour. So the 792 is for this car, palladium metallic silver. So this bonnet was advertised as a metallic grey bonnet, but on the plaque, which he showed on the advert, same number along, 792. So this bonnet is the same colour as the car. Hopefully. I know it looks a little bit darker here, but it's because there's no light on it. Obviously over there it's a little bit lighter, but we're going to put that on today, so we will find out. So that's one job today. We're going to put the bonnet on, we're going to put the seat belts in the back, and put all the back of the interior back together. We are going to attempt to straighten out this headlight carrier. Goes in there. The top piece is pretty much fine. The side is pretty much fine except for this piece. It's just the bottom and the right hand side, and this is thin steel. This is, you know, it'll bend pretty reasonably easy. And the most important piece, this is where the bumper connects to. That's perfectly fine, but we just need to get it back into shape, and then we can put that back in. I also put a heat gun on the washer bottle because all this was crushed, and I've managed to pop that all back out, and there's no leaks because it was still full of fluid. So that's good. I pressure tested the intercooler, and unfortunately there is an hole, but we've got one on order. I'm talking about ordered parts. We've actually got absolutely everything on order for this, coming within the next 10 to 12 days, which is great news because this will be done then. The only thing that might hold us up a little bit is, you know, painting the bumper. So I haven't ordered the paint for it, and I'm not going to do it until I've repaired it and made sure it's okay. So there might be a bit of a wait on the paint to paint the bumper, but other than that, we'll be able to get it all back together and almost finished. So we'll crack on now. I think I'll dive straight into the back, and we'll put them 2 seat belts back in, and I'll show you briefly how they came out. What should I do it on? I'll do it on this side. This side I haven't pulled apart yet. So you take the bench out. In fact, give me a minute, I'll just take some stuff out and then I'll show you properly. Okay, so the bench seat, you grab hold of the front of it. Let me just get a torch. Okay, so the bench seat clicks into the front there, so you pull the front up, and then at the back, down there, that hook, it hooks in there, so you pull the front, push it towards the back, and then lift, and it just comes out. Really simple to do. You then have to take out this corner leather cover. You got one Torx bit there. Remove that. It slides downwards and then pulls and clicks off. So then that's out. Obviously just slide the seat forward. Then you need to climb in the back, which is always a lot easier on an estate. You have to remove this trim, which pulls off to you. It's just clipped on. This has got one screw going down, like that. That pulls up, comes off. You then need to take out this little cover and unscrew this, and then remove that. Removing that then gives this enough room to bend forwards to be able to get to the seat belt. The seat belt is held in by a series of 10mm bolts. Which one's which? Can't remember which way around they are, but they have like 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 bolts holding them in, and they come out with the actual metal cage. So there you go. So I'm going to put this side back in first, just so we don't get any fixings mixed up. That side put back together, and then we'll swap over and we'll do this side. Okay, all done. So rear seat belts have been changed. I hope that little video showed you exactly how to do it and came out okay. Both seat belts spot on, back seats back in. So we're finishing the back end of this car. I can't do the front seat driver's seat belt yet because the new one's not arrived yet, and the passenger one doesn't need changing because it didn't blow. So I think next we'll change over the bonnet, then we can have a look at the paint match and make sure it matches okay. This is going to take no time at all. You just got 2 bonnet struts, pop them off at the top, 3 bolts there, same on the other side. And these are alley bonnets, so they're not that heavy. So I'm sure I'll be okay to do on my own. So let's do that then. Alright, there we go. And it is the perfect colour. Perfect colour match. I need to move it forwards a little bit, it's a bit too close there. It's the same on the other side. But we're not going to bother lining this up because we can't do it without the lights on the bumper and everything on. But, perfect. Perfect indeed. You can see there the paint is exactly the same. So that's the result. Good stuff, no damage on this bonnet whatsoever. Couple of stone chips, but it's a 96,000 mile car. It's going to have stone chips, isn't it? A little bit of scratching there, but nothing much. I managed to shut it now, haven't I? So. Opened it? No, okay, I need to just undo the latch. So yeah, bonnet done, looking good. Alright, so the next thing I think we're going to do is try to straighten up this headlight bracket. Luckily we've got the other side to compare, so we know where bends are, where bends shouldn't be, and we should be able to get it back to pretty much the right shape. Definitely good enough to hold the headlight in the right place anyway. So these brackets do come apart. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces in total. So I'll start off by taking it apart and get it into its individual pieces, and then we'll start straightening each piece up, and then we can put it back together. So there we go. It looks like it's straightened out pretty decent. It's back in, all fixed in. Washer bottle fixes into this bracket as well. Them 2 points, so that shows it's somewhere near. The bottom isn't quite right yet. That needs to go about there, but your crash bar comes across and fixes into that and that, so that will pull and line that up for our bumper mount, so that will all be good. So yes, some good progress. I've fixed the headlight. We only had the one broken tab, fixed that. What else have I done? I think that's it. So I think that is going to be a wrap for this video. Got the seatbelt's done, bonnet's on, straightened out and refit the headlight bracket. That is it, innit? And fixed the headlight. So we've got a bit of progress done today. That's going to be it for this video. As always, if you like this content, please do subscribe to the channel. Helps us progress and get the channel bigger for YouTube. So thumbs up, bell notification, and yeah, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.